Howdy guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at something called the mean absolute deviation. And so the first word in that means you got to find the average. So we're going to be doing that. But then there's something called the absolute deviation. And deviation just means how far away something is from the average. So you can read about it right here, but I just tried to explain it to you as well. It's basically how far the information is going to be spread out from the average. Is it pretty close to the average or is it far away from it? There is a formula that you're going to find on the formula sheet. I don't talk about it a whole lot because it's kind of complicated, but it's right here. But I'm going to show you guys an easier way to do it, and that's going to be through the use of Desmos. But first thing is, let's take a look at some of this information that we have. And so let's go ahead and just find it. So here are your 3 steps. Step 1, you want to make sure that you find the mean of the set of the numbers. So in example A, the first thing that we're going to do is find the mean. So the mean is, and I'm going to use Desmos to calculate this. So I've shown you guys this before. So let me just move this over here so I have both things going together. So what I'm going to do is type in a table. We're going to type in the table, and we're going to plug in the numbers. So, oh, sorry, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me restart that. We are going to type in, let me open this up. Sorry. We're going to do A equals, and then these little brackets, and we're going to type in our numbers. So 76, 77, 79, 80, 82, 88, 90, 92, and 95. And then we're going to find the mean of this, and we're going to do parentheses of A. And so the mean of this was 84.3. Okay. Now, what we're going to do after that, step 2, is find out how far away each number is from the mean. So step 2, we're going to make a new list of numbers. Okay. And so if you're not sure how to do this, just go over here. And because we have a decimal, that's fine. So we're going to take 84.3 and we're going to subtract 76. That's the first number. And you get 8.3. So I'm just going to make a new list. So 8.3, comma. The next one would be 7.3, comma. The next one would be 5.3. Then it would be 4.3. And then it would be 2.3. And then if you're not sure after that, so I'm going to do the bigger number, 88 minus 84.3, and that gives you 3.7. And then you have 90 minus 84.3, and that gives you 5.7. And then it would be 7.7, and 3 more to that would be 10.7. So I made a new list of numbers. And then we're done with step 2, because that's how far away each number is from the mean. And we only took a positive number. And then step 3, you're going to find a new mean for this. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to label this one B equals, bracket, and I'm going to type in these numbers that I just put, 8.3, comma, 7.3, comma, 5.3, 4.3, 2.3, 3.7, 5.7, 7.7, and 10.7. And then I'm going to find the mean, find the new mean of step 2. So we're going to find the mean, but this time I'm going to type in the letter B, and we get 6.14. So we're going to say the MAD is 6.14. And there's your answer. Okay. All right, so I'm going to make this big again just for a second. And I'm going to erase some of this so that way we clear it up. So we already have that one done. So if I get rid of all of this, I showed you guys all the steps so you can follow along. I'm going to do a shorter list, and maybe that's a little bit easier for you as well. So I'll do one more the long way, and then I'll show you guys actually a quicker way. to do this here. So it's a whole lot quicker. So if we were to do this one right here, again, the first thing that we want to do is we want to find the mean. So I'm going to go over to my calculator that I have right over here. Let's move this to the side. And I'm going to clear out all of these that I've done. And we're going to start by typing in A equals. And we're going to do 15, 10, 12, 18, 10, and 22. And we're going to type in the mean, and this is in list A, and we get 14.5. Okay. So over here, let me make it bigger. We get 14.5. So step 2, we're going to make a new list of numbers. So how far away is 14.5 from 15? Well, that is only 0.5 away. The next one would be 4.5. Next one would be 2.5. 18 would be 3.5. 10 we already said was 4.5. And 22 would be, what is that? 5.5. If I did that right. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there. This is going to be 7.5. All right, so now that I have that new list of numbers typed in, step 3 is to now find the MAD, or the mean absolute deviation, and how far away each one of these numbers is, this new list of numbers that we made. How far away is those numbers from the 14.5? So all we're going to do, we're going to go over here. I'm going to make a new list. I'm going to call it B equals, and I'm going to type in the numbers. 0.5, comma, 0.5, comma, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 7.5. And we're going to do the mean of B. And we get 3.83. Okay. All right, continuing on. So whenever we continue, I'm going to show you guys the easier method from now on. So if I take a look at this set of numbers that we have down here in example C, okay, and this is all this is today, just this one page. Let's clear this all out. I'm going to go over to Desmos, and I'm going to show you guys the easier way. So the easier way is to do A equals bracket, and just go ahead and type everything in like we have been doing. So 128, 152, 170, 141, 41, and 161. So there's the numbers that we have in our list. Hit enter. And now all you're going to type in, watch this, MAD. And see how MAD makes that nice font? And we're going to do A. And the MAD in this one is going to be 36.72. Look how easy that was. It does it for you. You don't have to do all of the steps. So if you can know how to do that, if you want to do it by hand, I've shown you how to do it by hand. If I go to the one right beside it, I'll do that one pretty quickly. So I'll call this one, since I have A in there, I'll do B. Doesn't matter. 44, 67, 52, 72, 82, 55, 70, 200, 55, 57, and 68. Once you get everything typed in, you're going to type in MAD, and this time I'm going to use MAD. See, if I type in A, it gives me the same number we did before. We don't want A because this is list B. So type in B, and this one comes out to be 24.1. All right. So what this is essentially saying, if we take a look at these numbers, okay, so just kind of summarize what we just found, is if I take a look, even though these are different sets of numbers right here, even though this is different than this, we know that they have an average. So on average, this list of numbers let me just write this out. Maybe that'll be better. So on average, each number here, 128, is 36.72 away from the average. 152 on average is 36.7 away. So it's on average, how far are these numbers away from the average? How far are these numbers right here in blue? How far away are they on average from the mean? And so this one is 24.1. This one is 36.72, which means this one here is more consistent. Okay? So if you want to think about consistency, the smaller the mat is, the lower this number is, 24.1, the more consistent the data is going to be. Okay? All right, and then there's two more additional practice that you have on here that you could find. And then there's an additional practice sheet if you guys want to go ahead and do those. All right?